Hey folks, it's Rhinox, and today I wanted to go over folks just starting out in Blue Protocol and things they might be seeing about people gating certain content with ability score requirements. Today I'm going to be kind of going over what you can do to catch up if that's your goal. Now, this quick guide is not going to tell you to go spend a bunch of money on unbound orbs, which look like this, since if that's your situation, you can go to the training center and try to get as many advanced books and battle imagines as you like. But before that, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe for more Blue Protocol content. So to start, you're going to want to ask yourself, what content do I want to be able to do? This doesn't have to mean you can't do everything, but if your goal is to be a fishing maniac and a life skill fanatic to take over the trading market, then you don't need to have raid gear or 1000 reforged stones in your inventory. But if your goal is to kind of be able to do everything like raids, guild hunts, masters dungeons, and high level stim vaults, then this path is simple. Now that we've established your goal is to be useful in any high level content, here's what you should do in my opinion. First, make sure you complete all of your trial paths. This gives you points to upgrade your talent tree. Second, complete all quests Irona gives you to also give you any XP up to the cap of 60 and to receive the other large chunk of the talent points you're going to need for your talent tree. Third, go ahead and do all of your daily and weekly missions, as these tend to give quite a bit of the upgrade materials you need to grow your ability score, especially your unstable dungeons, as these give high grade items even at endgame. These are things that even I'm getting so I can upgrade my stuff. Fourth, go ahead and find yourself a guild, or go ahead and make one if you have at least 10 buddies who are wanting to join as well. Guilds open up a store in the hall that gives additional access to refinement materials, life skill potions. These give you 100 life skill points per potion, and access to achievement and guild hunts. Along with the mentioned advantages, it also gives you a group of people who are usually willing to help complete content or do reclears of raids and other things. The guild I'm in is called Nyx, and since day one of the game, they have been extremely friendly and welcoming, and we've been able to do content each week and every week actually, so folks can get raids and the other endgame content completed. Now, fifth, check your honor coin, reputation, mystery store, guild store, reclaim hub, and finally, the season store for void emblem upgrade materials. These are all going to be extremely important for getting different upgrade materials from different stores, so be sure to check them either daily or weekly. Some of them are weekly updates, some of them are daily updates. If you have the season pass, you can re-roll your mystery store once per day. I highly recommend that, or don't forgetting about that if you do have that season pass. Sixth, we're going to want to go ahead and do our gear reforges. These can be very costly when you have limited stones, so focus on your weapon as it gives you the biggest ability score jump. But try to get your gear that's not your weapon to at least four reforged stone upgrades. So that means doing it at least 4 times per item to give it at least the smallest buff from that piece in a meaningful way. Next, you're going to want to look into your refinement materials. And remember, you can mine those materials as well. So if you don't have enough, you can always go mine them. Last on gear is to check your embeds. This can be a little annoying as it is not a material that is given back to you when you dismantle this piece of gear. But with some mining, they are easy to get back when you go change out for a better piece. Just keep in mind that these do cost life skill points and can kind of be a sink of your materials and your time. But very much worth it, especially when you have the higher end gear like your level 70 weapon or level 60 armor pieces. Now, seventh, we're going to want to go ahead and do skill upgrades. Skill upgrades come from advanced skill books after the original 30 levels. This one is the biggest pinch point for most players that I know, as they are a very limited resource and have some RNG when getting them in boxes from the game. For this, I would look at a site like maxroll.gg for a build guide so you can see what skills to prioritize to get the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to the spec that you're building out. For me, it's basically mastery and haste, and that's going to be for the wild pack spec, excuse me. Eighth, we're going to want to go ahead and look at our battle imagines. Battle imagines are the last big area you kind of want to work on, but it's not last because of priority. It's mostly last on this list because it's the most grindy part, at least in my opinion. You can get parts from many places like Stim Vaults, World Boss Fights, and Elite Boss Fights. Two of those things, Elite Boss Fights and World Boss Fights, don't need a group and can be grinded daily to an extent. You do have a key amount that you get daily, so you do get 2 keys per day to go do those. You can save them up to a maximum of 6, but I always recommend ending every day with no more than 4 keys of either type in your inventory, as you will miss out on keys the next day. Now, finishing off that, you also have dismantling of your imagine. So when you do get pieces for your battle imagine, If it's not the one you wanted, go ahead and check out Mason. He's the Battle Imagine NPC by the Alchemy NPC. And there you can dismantle imagines you don't want for parts to exchange for the ones you do want. Now just know this is not a one-for-one swap and can take some time to grind. With this in mind, keep an eye out on your trading center, as you can sell unbound items for unbound Luno that you can use to buy Battle Imagine things or even advanced skill books. Just be careful because it can become kind of enticing. Ninth, now I know I said Battle Imagines were the last, but there are also modules now. These aren't too hard, but you can be they aren't too hard, but can be abundant in crap, I would say. There's going to be a lot of things that just aren't going to match up with what you need, and you're going to end up dismantling or just holding on to them for a while. So I would recommend looking at a guide from maxroll.gg for your class and spec and see what buffs you should prioritize. But I would say don't get too lost in the weeds, as many folks I know, even at high-end level, don't have perfected rolls on these and are doing just fine. Plus, enhancements aren't live yet anyhow, so this system for modules is going to keep growing as in the near future. My last piece of advice is to be patient, play daily, if you can at least, to start the accumulation effect, as that's many players' biggest advantage at this point. If you don't have folks to do content with, come by one of my streams and let me know what you're trying to do, and I can try and help and maybe just grab some of my buddies to help out as well. I'm live daily and play this game often. Even if you just have some questions to ask, go ahead and stop by. I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks a bunch again if you made it to the end of the video, and I hope it helped you in a small way. I enjoy this game a lot, and I hope you can too. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Blue Protocol content, and until next time, peace.